What's going on, beautiful people? Hello, hello. My name is Fox Shantae.
And I'm Kenisha.
And this is Steady Mommin. Hey now, it's episode 1. How you feeling?
I'm feeling so liberated, so ready.
Listen, guys, we have an amazing show for you today, okay?
Yes.
We got a lot to go over. So for all of my ladies that love to drink and even the mommies that don't, we like to kick off our show with a mom tale, okay?
Yes.
So this episode's mom tale is called Springing into Self. The ingredients for the mom tale is a non-alcoholic tequila, lavender syrup, butterfly PT, freshly squeezed lemonade. We're going to garnish that with a slice of lemon and lavender petals, okay? And for my drinking mamas, if you want to make it an actual cocktail, we're going to add some tequila or a vodka of your choice, darling.
Yes.
So pause the video if you need to. Go ahead, grab your drink, and we are about to get into the nitty and the gritty.
Let's do it.
So y'all know how we like to do. We like to do a 30-second vent session to get everything going because y'all know we be needing the vent.
You sure we ain't got a minute?
We got 30 seconds.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
So let me get your timer going, sister girl. You already know what you venting about?
Yes, I do.
Uh-oh. Huh. All right. And your time starts now.
Okay, girl. So you already know I'm going through divorce, right?
Yeah.
And it is tumultuous. I mean, when I say who you marry is not who you divorce is a real thing. He literally does not want to pay any child support until he's court ordered.
Girl.
He just want to cash up $25 to the kids here and there for food.
And you got how many?
I got 3. Well, I got a total of 4, but 3 stay at home. My 20-year-old, she's out on her own, living on her own. Yeah. He can't even live on his own. Why? Because he's living with another woman. Can you believe it?
Done went from one house to the next. That is your 30 seconds.
Thank you.
We're going to get back into that. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Let me do mine. Y'all already know what I want to talk about. Traffic.
Oh, Lord.
Traffic. So I guess this week has been spring break, right?
Yeah.
So the roads have been heavenly.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I've been able to get up and down 285, 85 with ease. I'm not looking forward to next week. I'm not looking forward to sitting in traffic for 40 plus minutes for a 15-minute ride just to get my baby to and from school.
See, that's ridiculous.
Girl, 2 hours in the car just to get her to and from school.
See, this is why I don't stay in the city.
I can't wait to move out, baby. The guy got a nice little house in Douglasville for me and my baby.
Wait a minute.
Because this is ridiculous.
It is.
Wherever these people are in spring break, they need to stay there.
They need to stay there.
Because this is how it should be. People need to stop moving to Atlanta. We are booked in full. Wait until somebody move out. Wait till we move out and y'all can move in.
Right. We have capacity.
Baby. Ooh, that's my 30, girl. That is my 30. All right. So, mamas, we love to hear your vents, okay? So, if y'all have anything that you want to vent, go ahead. You can send it to us via social media. You can send it to us on Facebook. But we want to hear your vents, too, okay? We might play a few of them on the show.
Exactly.
Okay. So, we also like to start the show with a quote. Today's topic is getting to know your host. Okay. We've created this wonderful movement for all of the moms out there, and we think it's only fair that we let y'all into our worlds a little bit. We gotta, y'all need to know us.
Exactly.
We need to know y'all. It's gonna be a thing,
It's gonna be a thing.
So, in sight of that, the quote for this episode is, "An unexamined life is not worth living." And that's by Socrates.
That hits home.
How you feel about that quote, sis?
I mean, it's true. Like, if you don't know yourself, it's not a life worth living. I mean, a lot of people die without really fulfilling their goals, their dreams, the things that they want to do in life. And it's sad. So you really have to know you.
You do. I think that with life comes change, and that's inevitable. But then there's some change that we have to set forth and we have to initiate as well. And we can't do that until we actually are able to look in the mirror, really ask ourselves those hard questions, and then initiate change as needed. So I love that quote. That's literally one of my favorite quotes. Moving on into mommy news. I know a lot of the times, ladies, we be too busy to watch the news, but we gotta, at least know a little bit of what's going on.
I know.
Just a little bit. So what you got for us today, sis?
So ultimately, we're going to talk about the Florida child labor changes with the Senate Bill 918. So essentially what they're doing is just changing the date. They're changing the ages of when kids can work, or if they need limitations or permissions to work overnight. I just think it's really sad. I'm like, Trump, are you trying to change us into China? I mean...
that thing always got an agenda, and I don't want to get too much into him because I will go for the whole hour. But I really feel like they're trying to clean up their spilt milk.
Exactly.
They sent all these people that are in these like lower level jobs, the jobs that the kids will actually take, because they're low paying.
Exactly.
So they've sent all those workers away, and now you're trying to figure out how to fill those spots because you still need workers in those places.
Send your child.
Send your child. Where's Barron? Send him. Because the thing that I don't like the most about that bill is it's allowing children to work overnight.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind is going to send a child to work overnight? That is so dangerous.
It is.
Don't the kids need sleep for school?
They do.
What are we doing?
They don't really care.
Girl.
Welcome to America, honey. The land of the free.
And that's my good old state doing that nonsense. Florida always got to act up, baby. Yeah. Always got to act up.
They do be acting a fool.
Girl, we gonna move from Florida on up a little bit to Augusta, Georgia.
Okay.
Where your boy, Chris Lewis, okay?
I heard about that.
Mr. Chris Lewis decided to take his 3 children, 10, 6, and 1, to the McDonald's and leave them there so that he can go and do a job interview. Okay? So that's the initial story that came out. And that sounded all nice and lovely and, oh my God, yes, for the black man, until the truth came out. Okay? So he got arrested.
Yeah.
Once he got arrested, Antonio Brown decided to raise money for the man because they're like, he's just a working father trying to support his kids, whatever. They raised over $70,000 on GoFundMe, girl. This is just regular, hard-working people. Everybody around here trying to make a penny stretch.
Exactly.
And they donated
rubbing them together.
Donated their hard-earned money to this man, off only for it to come out that he wasn't at no job interview, child. He did go and put an application in at the West Bank Inn earlier that morning, and then he had kind of like an impromptu interview, but the lady told the police that she did not plan to move forward with him, so there's no reason why he would think that he had an interview.
So where were the kids again?
At McDonald's. At the Playhouse.
And you applying at the Playhouse, and you applying at the bank? Were they close to each other?
It's an inn, like a hotel. It's called West Bank Inn.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a bank. Okay, so yeah.
Girl.
That's a shame.
But
That's
he wasn't there.
Shame.
That's not what he was doing.
Where were you? And
Nobody
why were
knows.
you dropping the kids off at the playscape?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
So we still don't know?
We don't know. We don't know. Antonio Brown said that he spoke to the man's girlfriend, and the girlfriend said that he was at an interview. She gonna stand beside him.
She gonna stand beside her
man. The baby
man.
mama said he lying. I've been telling him to stop dropping my kids off and leaving them alone. The little 10-year-old girl said that the daddy leave them alone quite often. So yeah.
Is he in jail?
He's in jail, and he's gonna stay there until he learned to stop putting his children in harm's way. Like, you're not intentionally harming them, but anything can happen. This world is crazy, and people saw you leave them.
Yeah.
So they know that these kids are alone. You can't do that to these babies.
I ain't been to McDonald's so long. I didn't know they still had a playscape. What a shame, though. And we already have it hard as Black people in general. So these stories coming out like this, we lose credibility every time. And shout out to the NFL player that wanted to give money or generated money for him.
Girl, he a mess too.
Oh, well.
But
in other news.
Whatever. Moving on to our Mommy Chat.
Yes.
So the topic for Mommy Chat today is going to be getting to know your host.
Yes.
We're going to hopefully pour out a little bit about who we are, where we've been, what we're going through. It hopes to create a safe space for you ladies to be able to do the same.
Exactly.
We do a lot of community building, a lot of talking in our Facebook group, and we want you ladies to join in on that.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start off by interviewing each other, and I am going to interview you, Miss Kenisha.
Okay, let's go, girl.
All right, honey. So you said that you said a lot in your vent. So we're going to start there. Walk us through your mommyhood journey.
Mamahood journey. Honestly, I wasn't one that grew up wanting a white picket fence and babies, you know. But I ended up meeting my soon-to-be ex-husband in college. I had a full ride scholarship.
Come on now, full ride.
Basketball, Tyler Junior College. So ultimately, you know, we met. We had the love and basketball thing going on. Nice. He had a full ride scholarship as well, and he asked me to have his baby. So within 6 months,
straight like that,
trying to take the baby out, you know? So I'm like, okay, you know, my stupid self said, okay. So 6 months later, I ended up pregnant.
How old were you?
So I was 18. Okay. He was 19. Okay. My daughter now is 20.
Okay.
And the crazy part about it, my daughter, you know, being 20, she's like, Mom, I don't see how you agreed to that. Like,
thank God.
Right? Thank God she got some sense because the mama didn't.
Listen.
And then as we moseyed along, I got a 15-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Okay. So every 4 to 6 years, we got bored and started fucking and having babies.
Well.
And here we are.
Be fruitful.
Be fruitful and multiply. But the journey of motherhood, I would say, is just endearing. It's beautiful. It's ugly. You know, it's frustrating. It's so many different variations to motherhood that, you know, I can appreciate. And it's helped me grow and examine myself.
Come on now. You think you helping them grow and they really helping you grow.
They are.
We're growing up together.
Exactly. Out of the mouth of babes, baby. The things that they say, child.
Girl. So you say you have 4 beautiful children.
I do.
What type of mommy are you?
I am an authoritative mother.
Okay.
So essentially, authoritative mother is a mother that wants to parent with their child, not do as I say, not as I do, but essentially we critically think through whatever we need to do. Yeah. You know, I'm not just laying the whip down and saying, hey, you know, it's my way or the highway. Right. No, we work through things together. I want to raise my kids to be critical thinkers. Yeah. So
ladies, in going through this part of our conversation, Kenisha and I discovered that there really are 4 different types.
Ones. Yeah.
Is it not in there?
No.
4 different types of parenting styles, which we thought was so very interesting. So we wanted to read these off to you. It's going to be on the screen. We want to read these off to you, and then I would like for you to journal about it. In your journal, just write about what style you feel suits you best, and then write about what style you believe suits your parents best. So Kenisha's going to read them off in their traits.
All right. So we got 4 parenting styles. We got permissive, child-driven, rarely gives or enforces rules, overindulges child to avoid conflict. Is that you? Authoritative, like I mentioned before, one that solves problems together with the child, set clear rules and expectations, and have open communication and natural consequences. We have neglectful.
That was the daddy.
Don't you trigger me.
No, not that.
Neglectful, uninvolved, or absent, provides little nutrients or guidance, indifferent to child's social, emotional, and behavioral needs. Do y'all have anybody in y'all family like that? Authoritarian. Parent-driven, sets strict rules and punishment, one-way communication with the little consideration of the child's social, emotional, and behavioral needs.
Do what I say, not as I do.
Exactly. I was raised like that.
Okay, I was going to ask, what parenting style do you think your parents were?
Well, my daddy was neglectful.
Okay.
And my mother was authoritarian.
Okay. I would say that I am authoritative. And I think my parents, for the most part, were authoritative too. You know, they were pretty, I'm not going to say lenient with me, but there was a lot of communication going on in my house. Like we talked. They wasn't just talking at me. Yeah. You know?
That's good.
We talked.
I found that so like a breath of fresh air because for your parents' generation, you know, I'm surprised that they came with that.
Yeah. My granny was like that with me too. I don't know how she was with her boys. Yeah. Because my granny had 6 boys and 1 daughter. Yeah. But even with me, she was very, like, I talked a lot with my granny.
That was me too. I would say that my grandmother was authoritative as well.
Shout out to the grannies.
You know, granny baby.
All right, ladies. So yes, again, just go over those definitions and think about them, journal about them, and see how your parenting style either is close to or completely different than your parents' parenting styles?
It's some self-discovery you're going to find in there.
No, for real. So, next question, Ms. Kenisha.
Oh.
What do you do for a living?
So I actually am an entrepreneur. I'm in the finance realm. Essentially, what I do is real estate, mortgages, and insurance.
Very nice.
And I recently just, dealing with my divorce has put me in a self-discovery phase.
Yes.
So I've just gotten into acting.
As you should. You have the personality for it.
Oh, thank you.
So yes, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to writing you a role, baby.
Oh, baby. Honey. Y'all heard that
You
now.
better bring it, though.
I will.
Yes. So how long have you been in mortgage?
Mortgages, it will be 2 years in July.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And
Yeah.
I know that like real estate and all of that is very sexy to a lot of moms because of the freedom that they can have in creating their own schedules and then the beauty of the money after the closings. Do you have any advice to moms that might be interested in going that route?
Honestly, that's the reason why I did it. I wanted to be more accessible to my children. I wanted to have a free schedule to navigate, even going to the things I needed to do for school.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I can tell people is if you just want to be a realtor
Mm-hmm.
to show houses, no.
It's
No.
more
Because I
to it.
like to show houses. I like pretty houses. No.
It's more to it than
It's
just
more
showing
to
houses.
it. It's more to it. But essentially, yes, it is a great field for mamas or fathers that want to be more accessible to their kids and bring in some really good money.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least,
Okay.
earlier you mentioned your divorce.
Mhm.
First, I just want to are you okay, sis? You all right?
No, I'm not. Don't make me cry. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not.
It's okay.
It's been hell.
And how long have you guys been going through this part of, because how long were you together?
21 years.
Okay. And how long have you been going through the separation and the divorce?
So this particular phase of our marriage has been since March of 2024. And, now we got a third party involved that he's in love with. He ain't seeing his kids.
Girl.
Now he wants to see his kids, actually. Let me just correct that for the record. Now he wants to see his kids as of March, which was a year later, after weekend you've been gone.
And they used to you been there since day one.
Yeah, they used to seeing you. And I told him, I was like, you know what? You've been with these kids since they were born. Your absence is loud.
No, for real.
And you're downloading things in them that you're going to have to face later. And he's like, I'll deal with that when it comes.
Well, what is it inside of men that makes it so easy for them to just detach like that? Because thinking about as a mother, I could not imagine detaching from my daughter.
From my child. Even when I went to Mexico, I said, hey, don't call me. I'm busy.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Mama need a break.
Yes.
But what did I do? I called my kids. Not every day, but it was like almost every other day I can. And although you boast and brag and say you need a break, but the kids really make a difference in your life.
Yeah.
And no, to answer your question, I have no idea how it's so easy for them to detach. I think they lack desire because they're not truly. And I'm sorry, fathers, if you're watching this, don't get offended.
We're not a man bashing show.
We're not a man bashing show. We love our men, our Black men. We love y'all. But I have to speak the truth about my situation. Sometimes the routine of a man is just to work. Yeah. Come home, shit shower, come down, eat the food, watch TV with the kids, and start it all over again. They're not really instilling. They're not really a part of the true day-to-day. I don't really honestly care what nobody say. I mean, they can't talk me under the table because I hear it too often, even with my peers, my other friends that are married. We all kind of have the same sentiment. Yeah, we got a man on our side, and statistically, that's not what you see is men staying in the home, but that don't mean that they're actually really doing a lot.
That's true. That is true.
I'm sorry.
A lot of people say, you're a married single parent?
I was married but single.
Yeah. All right. So with y'all being together for so long and you transitioning from wife to now soon to be divorcee, has your mind transitioned from wife to single mom?
So when you say that actually really just does me in. Yeah. Honestly, I would say yes. Okay. It is absolutely transition. I've been jolted into that role because of his absence financially, his absence physically. So I've been jolted into that. But I never even really considered the transition. I just know I'm here. I don't know when it happened. I just know I'm here.
Well, with being there, do you have any advice for any other moms that may be going through a breakup or a dissolution of marriage?
To be honest with you, I could be a hypocrite even just saying this because I haven't been the most kind to myself. Because you get so caught up psychologically, it's a mind fuck. It's a whiplash, especially depending on how things are done to you or done to your children. Like I said, who you marry is not who you divorce. So it's shocking.
Okay.
You going through so many grief periods. But what I can say honestly is focus truly on your health because your longevity really matters because that's what's going to be here for you and your kids. So eat, sleep, take out time for yourself. It's okay. Kids are so resilient. My kids have been such a blessing to me when it relates to me needing space and time for me. It's okay, mama, go, get out. They're telling it to me.
Wow.
So kids are resilient. So don't think, because, I've been sleeping in the bed all day that I'm a bad mom. No, you're a great mom. You're showing them how to navigate, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're watching you.
That's amazing.
So is it my turn?
It's your turn, girl.
To interview the foxy lady. Such a beautiful, beautiful girl.
Thank you.
I love you so much.
I love you too, babe.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie.
They better ask about you.
Ask about me. I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I have a couple of businesses. Yellow Fox Media is my baby. That's my production company. I write, direct. Gonna write you a script. No, I write, direct, produce podcasts and all types of things in that arena. I also have a company called Biz Tender where I have a couple of clients who are restaurateurs and I just assist them in running their businesses. I assist them with the marketing, the HR, etc. So I just created a space of fluidity in my schedule because my daughter has autism and her schedule is quite interesting. So because of her schedule, I can't necessarily just go get a 9-to-5, even if it's a work from home. Everybody's like, why don't you just work from home? Okay, and take lunch when it's time for me to go get her and I'm in traffic for an hour?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I just keep paving new roads and making new ways, baby.
Yeah, you're amazing. And shout out to the mothers with, kids with special needs. I really just love how you interact with your daughter. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. And just the milestones that she's met so far, just by you deciding, to take that time. I don't want to make you cry, but just deciding to rearrange your life.
Yeah, she's fine.
To accommodate.
Money is fluid. That's going to come and go. But these kids need you. And the timing is important.
It is. You don't get it back.
You don't get it back. So we can find plenty of ways to make money, baby. So find you some ways to make some money.
Find you some ways, honey. So what is your love story?
Oh, okay, very quick. My husband, I'm going to go back a little bit. I used to live in Los Angeles. And when I was in LA, I was in a relationship. It was like a little 3-year-long relationship. It ended abruptly. And that day I moved to Atlanta. I called my bestie. I was like, hey, girl, can I stay on your couch? And she was like, yeah. When are you coming? I was like, tonight. She's like, what happened? I said, girl, I'll tell you when I get there. So I flew, shipped my car, and just started my life over here in Atlanta. My heart was broken that bad, girl. It was. But what I didn't realize then was God had my future waiting here for me. My legacy was literally waiting here for me. So I ended up working at a hotel and I met my husband there. He was a manager. I was a bartender. And we were just friends. Like we was really just friends. I used to tell this man all the time, I'm going to find you a good woman. I'm going to find you a good woman. Because he was in a relationship. He had moved here from West Virginia with a whole nother lady child. But it was toxic. And I ain't like that for him. Because my husband is such a beautiful individual on the inside. He's very happy. He's a good man. And you could just see that something was weighing on him. And I ain't like that. So I was like, I'm going to find you a good woman. Don't worry about it. So he ended up going to another hotel to work and we didn't see each other for a couple of months or whatever, but I had an acting gig and I sent it to him and he was like, oh, okay, whatever, let's link up or whatever. And we linked up just as friends and never left each other since that day.
Wow. I love love. I love, especially Black love. I mean, and y'all look beautiful together.
Thank you. That's my baby.
I know that's
that
right.
Is my baby.
So what is it like navigating friendships and motherhood?
Ooh. That's interesting. For me, I don't have a lot of our family is not in Atlanta. You know, like my parents are in Minnesota, his people are in West Virginia. Here, I literally only have my best friend and my niece, you know, and they have lives.
Yeah.
You know, I can't expect them to be bogged down with my baby, you know? So I really don't have a lot of space to interact in a physical way with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, so thank God I've been blessed in the friendship area. I've had the same friends since high school, for the most part. You know, so they get it. You know, they get it, but it's hard. Like I wish I had more time to have like just girl time, or you know, I got to be creative. Like I just decided last week. I know my niece is off on Fridays, so I'm gonna go pull up on her with my laptop and just sit at her house on Fridays. Like my best friend, she has another best friend that is also another amazing mom. And we just decided that once a month we're gonna get together. You know, I guess you just have to be thoroughly intentional about making that time and that space, because I have an issue with feeling guilty when I'm not at home, when I'm away from baby and
mom
hubby.
Guilt.
I feel really guilty, and it is my main thing right now to break that. Because y'all are fine.
At least you're conscious of it, because a lot of people are in denial, or that mom guilt is real.
It's real. It's so thick and heavy on me. So, but I'm breaking it, mamas. Y'all need to break it too, because we need to be outside just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We ain't got to be popping pussy on a handstand.
Ooh,
but
back in the day though.
But you know, you deserve. We deserve girl time.
Yeah,
you know,
we really need it because we give so much, do so much. So, was your pregnancy planned?
Girl, hell no, not even a little bit. I turned 30 that February, right? And it's so funny because I always say, and ladies, if there are any young ladies watching, I really would like for y'all to take heed to this. It was my goal to keep my 20s for myself.
I wish I'd have thought that.
I was not giving my 20s to no man, to no baby. I was doing whatever the hell I wanted to do, whenever the hell I wanted to do it. I'm living here, moving there, doing this, doing that, because I didn't want no attachments.
How did you know to do that? Who told you that?
I have an older sister.
Yeah.
So my sister is 10 years older than me.
Okay.
And she's always had kids. My niece, I became an auntie when I was 9.
Ah, I see.
You know?
I see.
So in loving her and watching her journey and loving my nieces and nephews, I didn't even want to bring a kid in that was going to take me away from them, because I was so close to them when I was that young.
Yeah.
You know, they meant so much to me. I used to love my nieces and nephews so much. I swear to God, I was like, how am I going to feel about my own kid if I love these kids so much?
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
beautiful.
So I think somewhere in that's where the whole I want my 20s to myself came from. And I did that. And I'm grateful for that.
I wish I'd have done it.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that. But I didn't know that it was on end right on 30. Okay. I went to Jamaica for my 30th birthday with my friends, came back, and that man put legacy in me.
Oh.
So our story kind of goes, January, we kicked it. March, he moved in. May, I was pregnant. October, we was married. January, legacy came.
Wow. In 12 months. I mean, like.
And this year will be our 5-year wedding anniversary. So.
Oh, congratulations. Like I say, I mean, Black love is amazing. Love is amazing. I can't wait for my man to find me.
And he is. And I just want to say this to you and all the other ladies that are going through. You're not a failure. You know, God has things for us that we have no idea about.
Yeah.
So don't let people tell you, oh, you can't get no divorce. You can't do that. You can't do this. There are seasons in life. Things happen. Things change. A lot of things are out of your control. But just because a relationship does not end the way that you necessarily wanted it to, you are not a failure.
Yeah. I appreciate
can keep
you saying
going.
that.
You can love again. You deserve to be loved properly. And now you even know better on how to tell the next one to love you. So you at an advantage.
Ooh, girl, I appreciate you sewing into me that way. Cause like sometimes I got it. Then the next day I'm like, I ain't got it.
Girl.
I ain't got it. So how does Steady Mommin come to life?
Oh, I'm very passionate about moms. You know, I've only been a mommy for 4 years, but it has been the best thing that I have ever done. It is the most thing that I've cried over. It is the most thing that it's given me the most smiles. Like, and I just love moms. I think we are so resilient and powerful. Like, I just used to love watching my mom and how she loved us. She crazy as hell. Yeah. But she loves her kids, okay? Love watching my sister and her kids. Loves her kids, you know? Moms, my granny. Like, I just love moms. And a lot of, for the most part, in my motherhood journey thus far, I felt trapped in a way, you know? Because I don't have a big village. And I know that I'm not the only person that feels like that. So I really wanted to create a safe space for women to be able to talk their shit, cry, encourage each other, break bread with one another, you know, and that's what Steady Mommin is about. Yeah. It's gonna be great. Like, we got so much planned for y'all. Events and journals, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I'm honestly grateful to be in this space as well, you know, being able to be your co-host, because for me, being a mother for 20 years, almost 21 years, there's been so many variations of parenting. And one thing that I've realized or felt a lot of times was abandoned. Okay. You know, I didn't have a village. Like, I've always lived away from family. Yeah. Both of his parents are deceased. My dad is neglectful and absent. My mother, you know, here or there, you know. So essentially, it was always just me. And so I'm really passionate about women as well, you know, especially mothers, because I feel like we're on the bottom of the totem pole sometime and the least considered. And that needs to change.
Even from ourselves. Like, it's like we feel like we're not considered or appreciated from others, but we don't, most of the time, I don't even consider myself. Like, forget last on the list. I don't even put myself on the list.
Exactly.
And that's got to stop.
And that got to stop, because you'll be bitter, resentful, because you have to realize the whole, you know, some of these cliche statements about cup, you know, runneth over. You need to make sure your cup is runneth over. We're not really even taught that. Yeah. I'll be honest. My mama didn't teach me self-care. She taught me how to handle business, like
because a lot of black moms are harder on their daughters than they are their sons.
They really are.
They put the dog in the girl and put the
bitch nigga. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say pussy in the son, but anyway,
putting that wop in there.
We some cussing mama. Sorry, y'all. Y'all be all right. Y'all be all right.
You gotta let it out. But yeah, I'm just glad to be a part of this as well.
Well, God, when I asked God who my co-host was, he said you. And for y'all that don't know, Kenisha and I met because we have the same amazing hairstylist. And the hairstylist is actually one of her very good friends. Yes. So when I was getting my hair done, Kenisha just came up there and we were just talking and talking and talking. And I just always loved her energy and her spirit. And when I asked God who my co-host was, because I didn't want to do this by myself. I don't like one person talking. It's like a talking head. Like, we're not at church. Like, you know? Yeah. So I wanted a co-host. I knew that. And when I asked, he said you. And I asked and you said, girl, yeah. And I was like...
Steady
Mommin. All righty, y'all. So we're going to transition into a little Facebook group highlight. So we have an amazing Facebook group. Ladies, please join it. It is Steady Mommin on Facebook. In that group, we do a lot of self-work. We put up journal prompts every day. We put up affirmations. We have the actual journal coming out soon. But right now, all you got to do is grab a notebook and fill a page, okay? And one of the prompts that I loved from this week was, how can you bring more fun to your family's daily life? Okay? How can you bring more fun?
Well, honestly, for me, that's been something I've neglected because I'm a person that, did you get your vitamins? Did you eat? Did you wash your ass? The business side of it. And honestly, that's what my ex did a lot of. He did a lot of the fun stuff. So that part.
Ain't that crazy?
Ain't that crazy?
It's like the daddy is the best friend.
Yeah. Yeah. And the mama is the disciplinary. Whatever. But so for me, especially in this season of my life, just doing a lot of self-discovery, I want to extend that to my kids. So I actually thought about it. I'm going to take my kids hiking, do some grounding, maybe hug a tree or two.
Come on now, I want to go hug a tree.
Get in the sun, let the energy from the sun just radiate you, get you some vitamin D, and just teaching my kids how to get to self. So I don't know if that's going to be fun to them, but it's going to be fun for me to do with them. So I'm going to choose me.
Okay. And that's okay.
What about you, Mama?
So I have a very, very Simone Biles, Michael Phelps baby, okay? This baby is so active. She be swinging off the chandelier like Sia, baby. That little thing, I'm literally, she is something else. So lately, because the weather has been so bad, we've been cooped up in the house. Yeah. And she recently got sick or whatever. And because she was sick, I am like deathly afraid to take her to one of them play places.
Yes. Little jumpy places.
They germy and nasty.
We need to build her immunity, Mama. It's okay.
Not at the expense of my nerves.
Right,
okay?
Right. Let's not forget that. Late nights.
I want to do better at starting. Now that the weather's getting better, I want to do better at getting her outside and taking her to the park. And maybe we can do a mommy date. And we all be outside hugging trees.
Right. Getting that pollen in our nose. I mean, what a day.
Girl, let's not talk allergy.
What a day.
So, moms, we have a lovely list of some fun and easy things that you can do with your kids. Yes. A couple of things on this list include, but are not limited to, building a blanket fort, having a talent show in the house, watching old family videos and looking at old pictures. Mm-hmm. These are all great ways to spend time with your kids and create memories and really... Depositing in your memory bank is way more important.
Oh, girl, you
than
said
depositing in your physical bank.
That's who made you?
God.
That is great.
No, for
Deposit in your memory bank.
Make deposits in your memory bank. It's so important because once we get old and these kids is grown and out the house, and that's all we're going to have to withdraw from.
Don't do me.
So make deposits in your memory bank, okay?
I love you. You're so insightful.
I love you. Girl, it's almost that time.
It's almost that time already. I'm not ready to go.
It's almost that time. Guys, we just finished our first episode of Steady Mommin. I really, really, really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Yes. I really enjoyed doing it with you.
Too.
I learned some stuff about you too.
Yes, girl. It's a lot.
We have a lot more diving to do. I'm sorry that it's so short. I feel like it should be about 3, 4, 5, 6 hours.
Come on.
But it's all right. We will be back with episode 2, 3, 4, and then to infinity,
And beyond.
And what we have to look forward to is we're going to have some amazing guests coming on. We are looking for guests, guys. Yes. So if you know any amazing moms or anybody with jobs that are in the area of therapy, because we're going to talk self-love, any self-love coaches, any trainers, we're going to have an episode about staying fit and feeling good and keeping our health going, So if you know anybody that can help pour into you guys with us, send them our way. Yeah. We are definitely looking for guests. Also, join our Facebook group, Please. Steady Mommin. Yes. It is fun. What's been your favorite part of the Facebook group so far?
Ooh, just being able to connect with the other mamas. I mean, when I say we are creating a village, I'm seeing it so quickly take root and take off. And I'm so proud. Seeing their stories, it brings me back, depending on the stage of their parenting that they're in, and being able to give insight. Hell, I'm learning from them because I don't know everything.
It's been great, y'all. One thing we do Find Mama Friday, okay? So on Find Mama Friday, we snap a nice little picture and we clap hands for each other because we are some fine mamas.
Period.
Okay? And we ain't got to be all did up to be fine.
No.
Which you found with your bonnet on, mama.
Don't talk about the bonnet. I can't.
I just took mine off.
Well, it ain't on now.
Don't wear it outside.
Don't wear it outside, please.
But you still fine in your house. What Dre say? Hair tied. What is it? What is it, Lele?
Hair tied, chilling with no makeup on.
That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong.
Oh, I heard them lyrics.
Okay. So we are beautiful, and building confidence is a big part of this community. So we love you, mamas. We love you. Thank you again so much for watching. Kenisha, good job.
Good job.
Girl. Mamas, we love y'all. Keep grinding.
Keep Keep thriving.
And keep shining.
Amen.
Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at Steady Mommin Pod. Make sure you join our Facebook group at Steady Mommin and subscribe to the Yellow Fox Media YouTube channel so that you can get all of our episodes. You get notified when they come out, all right?
Absolutely. Set them notifications.
Yes, until next time.